I see. Hello. I see people are joining from different parts of UK and also from other countries. Welcome, everyone. We are just waiting just 1 minute more to let people enter the room. Welcome to everyone. I see there are people from Leeds, from London, from Essex, from Birmingham. I'm in Edinburgh, Luton, Chelsea, London again. Okay, so good afternoon and welcome everyone. My name is Javier Ramos Linares, and I am Education Advisor at the Spanish Embassy Education Office, the Consejería de Educación. Thank you very much for attending this presentation. And on behalf of the Education Office, I would like also to thank the organizers of the Language Show 2021 for inviting us again to take part in this event celebrating languages. Before starting, I would like to give you some practical information of how we are running this session. We have 45 minutes. I will use the first part to show and present the slides that I have prepared with the resources for your class. And during this first part of the session, please feel free to use the chat box if you want to share any comment with the other participants. But please bear in mind that I won't be able to follow that chat box because if I do so, there's a high risk that I lose the track of what I'm saying. I'm sure you will understand. But if you want to put any questions or any comments that you want to address to me, then please use the other box, the Q&A box, or preguntas y respuestas, if you have it in Spanish. That there's a box that you will have this Q&A box at the top or at the bottom of your screen, depending on the kind of device that you are using. And you can do so either during my presentation or at the end, because when I finish the presentation, I will go to that Q&A box, read your questions and try to answer. As you know, also, this session will be recorded and you will receive a link to view it again if you want so. Besides that, we will upload the presentation that I'm going to share with you to our website, so you can download if you want also. And of course, if you have any further questions, you can email us at the end of the presentation. I will share with you also all our contact details, including our email. Okay, so now please hold on for a while. I need to share my screen with you so you can follow the presentation. Let's see if I can do it. That's it. Sorry, the beginning. This is okay. We're here. Okay. La Consejería de Educación. La Consejería de Educación is the Spanish Embassy Education Office and belongs to the Acción Educativa Exterior Network, which is the network of the Spanish Ministry of Education that gives support to the teaching of Spanish and promotes Spanish in many different countries where we have offices. How do we give this support? We do it through our professional development program for Spanish language teachers, and we also do it through our publications and teaching materials. At the end of the presentation, I will show you the upcoming training opportunities that we are preparing. But now we are going to focus on the central topic of this talk, which is fill your backpack with resources for the Spanish class. I guess that if you are here, you expect to get some ideas and materials you can use with your students. So let's focus then. If you visit our website, you see the on the top of this slide, the URL of our website. You will find a section dedicated to teaching materials with a wide variety of materials that have been specifically created for the context of teaching Spanish in the UK. Access is open, so you can download all these materials that I'm going to show you. They are arranged by levels: primary, secondary, adults, and also by sections. Let us see now some examples of these materials so that you can get an idea of what you can find when you visit a website. See, for example, here for primary level. For primary level, we offer, for example, the use of short stories such as Un Bicho Extraño, which comes along with a lesson plan for around 11 sessions with different activities for children in key age 2, for primary level. You can download also all the materials in bilingual versions, so they are available in English and in Spanish and in English. Teachers' guidelines, slides, presentations, flashcards, etc. You can find also materials to work with songs, such as Canciones Populares Infantiles, which is a publication gathering very popular songs in Spain, including the lyrics and the audio files, and also teachers' guidelines to work with them in the classroom. There is also an index that allows seeing at a glance the different types of activities and also the linguistic and sociocultural component implied in each one of these activities. There's another material, another interesting material for this level, which is Primeros Pasos. It's a teaching guide for learning Spanish at primary that has been edited bilingually. So all the information is available in English and in Spanish. And the guide includes a template to graduate language contents and skills in different years in primary, and also tips to teach Spanish in primary education, situations, daily routines, and also classroom language. If you visit our website, you can also find and download a bunch of posters to bring Spanish to the class and make it to be present at all times. The meals, what else? We have the house, parts of the body, the animals, a map of Spain, reasons to learn Spanish. For some of these posters, there is also available material to work with them in the classroom. That is the case of the alphabet, en el patio de la escuela, en la clase de español, with the language needed in the classroom. You can download a digital version of these posters from our website, but if you want paper copies of any of these posters for your school, you can request it by sending us an email. You have the email here on the top of the slide. So send us an email, and we will try to find the way to provide it. Let us see now some more material for the teaching of Spanish in other levels. Tecla is an online magazine with learning activities for teachers and for students of Spanish, where you can find many sequences, let us say, on the go, or ready to use in the class. We offer also press articles from El País. Each article comes with a lesson plan for the Spanish class, In this case, due to the content of the texts, the materials have been designed for senior high school students or adult students, in any case for students with an intermediate or advanced level of Spanish. Acti España, you have it here on the right of the slide. Acti España is a collection of activities created by Spanish language assistants. They are very attractive and they show an up-to-date vision of Spanish language and culture. Besides that, they are also flexible in terms of classroom time. Okay, and now let's move on to a new resource that I wanted to share with you, which is Veo en Español. Veo en Español is a digital tool supported by the Spanish government that has been created to use cinema and some other audiovisual material in Spanish as a teaching resource. Veo en Español is linked to Platino Educa, which is the name of the streaming platform that gives access to all these films, short films, documentaries, and also to the teaching guides and ideas about how to use this audiovisual material in the class. I am going to present some samples now of what this platform offers. And at the end, don't worry, I will show you how to sign up and get your personal code to access and view all this material, which is completely free. In the catalog of Platino Educa, there is a selection of audiovisual pieces, including what we would say the must-watch films for Spanish language students. The films included have been selected according to quality and educational values. Many of the films are available with subtitles in English, and what's more important, many of them include teaching guides, also bilingual. I mean, they are available in Spanish and in English. Next to each piece, you will find an icon. You see the key for the icons on the top of this slide. This icon will show you if the film has subtitles, if it comes along with a teaching guide, etc. The platform has a web browser that allows search using different filters, for example, age rating, and then you can find films for the youngest, for teenagers, for young, for adults, or you can search for school themes or for type of films. For example, if you make a search for the youngest one, for example, for kids from 3 to 6, this is what you find. This is some of the material you find. You see next to some of the films, you find an icon, a blue or green icon, showing that in those cases, the film include the possibility to download a teaching guide with tips of how to use these films in the classroom. Let us see some samples. When you go to any particular film included in Platino Educa, in Veo en Español, in the main website of each film, you get the description of the film, for example, the year, duration, age rating, type of film, etc. And you can also download the teaching guide when available. In this case, Picolino is a 12 minutes animation film that tells the story of Picolino. Picolino is a worm that lives happy inside an apple in the countryside. But one day he goes outside and discovers that his apple is not hanging anymore from a tree, but in the middle of the street in the city. The noise of the city scares Picolino until he finds Lola. Lola is a cockroach with plenty of resources to survive the danger of the city. the teaching guide is available in bilingual version, English and Spanish. And in the teaching guide, you can find information about the film, about the authors, questions and activities before watching the film, after watching the film, and also other related resources if you want to go further, books, films related to this one, other resources. And of course, you find analysis of different scenes with idea of how to use them in the classroom. Let's watch an example. Let me show you. For example, the scene where Picolino meets Lola and they know each other. This one.
Pipas, cáscaras de mandarina. Y luego dicen que los niños de hoy en día comen mal. Ni pizca de gominolas. ¿A que sí? Con lo que me gusta a mí el colorante morado. Tú no eres de por aquí, ¿verdad? Yo soy Lola. ¿Tú quién eres? Picolino. ¿Te llamas Picolino? No eres muy hablador, ¿verdad? Yo tampoco hablo mucho, no te creas. Oye, me suena mucho tu nombre. ¿Eres famoso? Pues... ¿En serio? ¡Lo sabía! ¡Vamos, que te invito a unas migas de patatas fritas! No, gracias. Prefiero quedarme aquí. ¿Oh? ¿Todo el día? Me paso luego si quieres. Es que nunca he salido de mi manzana. ¿Nunca, nunca? ¡Hazte el muerto! ¿Quién viene? Un señor de verde, con un palo. ¡No! ¡El barrendero! ¡Huye, Picolino, rápido! ¡No te preocupes por mí!
Okay. This was the scene. You have some other scenes and the whole film, of course. And in the teaching guide, you will find a way how to use these scenes in the classroom. No? It's a bilingual teaching guide with many ideas how to use these lovely films for the youngest. Let us now pass to another sample, a different one. In this case, for students a bit older, from 9 to 12 or 13, which is Cowboys. Cowboys is the story of Martin and Gonzalo. Martin is here on the black and white image. He's a famous actor in Spain for real. He's very well known in Spain, and he has been the lucky man image for the advertising of the Spanish National Lottery, and that is for real. No? In this short film, he plays the role of himself as an old-fashioned actor who does not get roles anymore. One day, he receives a very special working offer. He must accompany a 5-year-old boy called Gonzalo to a costume contest just to bring him luck. let's see the scene when Martin meet Gonzalo. Let me show you.
Mira quién ha venido a verte.
Hola.
Hola.
Hola. ¿Eso es lo único que piensas decirle? Es el señor Calvo, que ha venido a llevarte al parque de atracciones.
Sí, les dejamos solos un rato. Así planifican el día.
Sí, sí. ¿Un café?
Perfecto.
¿No tienes frío en la cabeza?
¿A veces?
¿Quieres mi sombrero?
Estoy bien, gracias. ¿Se acabó tiene ventajas?
¿Cuál?
No gastas shampoo. ¿Qué lees? Ajá. Muy instructivo.
¿Te gustan los caballos?
Sí. Le dan un buen sabor a las hamburguesas.
Quiero que me des suerte en el concurso de disfraces.
Escucha, Gonzalo.
Me llamo Gonzalo.
Te voy a llamar Gonzo, ¿ok? Tenemos un concurso que ganar y hay que salir ya. Tú cámbiate. Yo te espero fuera.
Okay, that was one little part of the film. As you have seen, the film includes subtitles in English, and in the teaching guide, there are available a lot of activities for this piece, how children see adults, what adults can learn from children, and so on. Let me show you a third example of this platform. Una palabra tuya, which is a film suitable for young students from 16 years on. There are plenty of scenes to work with in this film. Let me show you. You have all these scenes, you see. Let us now watch this scene. In this scene, Rosario is in the bus stop and she meets Milagros, a classmate of hers from school, who is now a taxi driver.
Rosario, Rosario, ¿qué pasa, tía? Que ya no saludas a las amigas. Soy yo, Milagros. ¿Quién? ¿Del colegio? ¿Milagros? Venga, se fue que te llevo.
Pues yo siempre paso frío. 25 calcetines que me pongo, 25 que traspasan el puto frío.
Por eso a mí me gusta el taxi. No tienes que bajarte para nada. Mi termo, mi ensaimada. Joder, tía, no nos veíamos desde el instituto lo menos, ¿no? ¿Y tu madre?
Bien, 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 muy bien.
¿Tu hermana?
Bien, también. Se casó, vive en Barcelona, ¿sabes?
¿Y tú?
Pues yo aquí, ya ves. Trabajo en un banco. Atención al cliente. Me han hecho fija.
Qué bien. Sí, es que tú siempre valía mucho, Rosario. Mucho.
Okay, that was a short extract. The film is based on a novel by the writer Elvira Lindo, and may be used to work on topics such as loneliness, friendship, painful situations, resilience, adult life. The teaching guide, available in English also, provides many activities before, while, and after watching the whole film or as isolated scenes. Okay, so let's get back to the presentation. Sorry. Oh, sorry again. Here. Okay. So this is what you find in Platino Educa, no? You find contemporary films, animation films, documentaries, short films, and also iconic films of Spanish history, you know, of Hispanic films, no? The Tristana, for example, which is here, but also Tango, Surcos, Muerte de un ciclista, La Gran Familia, Plácido, El espíritu de la colmena. I'm sure some of these titles ring you a bell. You have pieces from Spain and also pieces from Latin America. And you have also some samples of films in other languages of Spain. If you want, for example, that your students get to know how Galician, Catalan, or Euskera sound. Okay, and what's more important now? How do you have access to Veo en Español and to all these films, teaching materials, and classroom tips? You get the online form link either scanning this QR code that we show here, or you can visit our website. Just Google Consejería UK, Consejería de Educación UK. I will, in any case, I will show you the whole URL of our website at the end of this presentation. You get the access to this link. You fill in the online form with some information that we need about yourself, the level and school where you teach Spanish. And once you have done this, you will receive in a few days a personal code to get into the platform and have full access to all these materials for free. So I think it's an excellent opportunity. I think you shouldn't miss. All right, now I would like to move on to some other resources that I think may be also interesting for Spanish teachers. I wanted to share with you Unidomas sin Fronteras, a language without borders, which is a weekly radio program from Radio Nacional de España, Radio Exterior, the Spanish National Radio. Each episode lasts about 25 minutes, and the absolute protagonist is Spanish language. It is broadcasted twice a week. I mean, the same program, it is repeated twice a week, but all podcasts are available on their website, so you can download and listen to them at any time. And what do you find in these chapters, in these programs? You find many interviews and talks with teachers, academics, linguists, writers, and in general, with people in love with Spanish language. The program is oriented to general public, so the information is presented in a very entertaining way. You find curiosities about uses of Spanish and Spanish words, and it highlights the presence of Spanish language in many different areas of our day-to-day life, in fashion, in cooking, in social networks, etc. It is highly, highly recommended, not only for your personal interest, but also because I think it will give you many ideas for your class. Okay, that's one of the resources that I wanted to share with you. And another one is Neologismos, new words in Spanish. It's a very interesting blog to learn about new words in Spanish that reflect the changes that the Spanish-speaking society's life and experience. The name of the blog is Martes Neológico, and it is so called because every Tuesday, every martes, sorry, it publishes a new word that has entered Spanish, and it is already used in the media, on the streets, although it is not yet in the dictionary. The blog is an initiative by Universidad Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona, with the support of Cervantes Virtual Center. Every Tuesday, a new word is presented by specialists from a Spanish-speaking university, and for each word, we find examples of use and explanation about the meaning, origin, etc. All these new words are very interesting as they reflect the changes in society and the new realities. We find, for example, terms whose use has become general since the pandemic. For example, gel hidroalcohólico, which is the Spanish for sanitizer, and it was not so general, it was not that general before the time that we have lived. There are also words associated with new realities, such as semipresencial. Semipresencial refers to the combination of face-to-face and online activities. You have also words reflecting social changes and how society sees things like machismo, like macho alpha, machirulo, polyamor, etc. No, you have words, new words with a high affective charge, like viejuno, for example, ojo plático. So this blog is a very good way to stay updated about new words and about new realities in the Hispanic world. Okay, unfortunately, we do not have time to present more resources today. As I said before, that I would like to reserve a space of time to answer any comment that you may have. But if you want to be up to date with all the resources that we are publishing or that we are reviewing, subscribe to our Twitter and to our mailing list. This is something that you can do from our website. And before I finish, I would like to share with you some information about our professional development program, because as you may remember, I said at the beginning, that was the other way through which we give support to the teaching of Spanish and to the teachers of Spanish. No? Our professional development program include a variety of actions, face-to-face, online, blended, and also immersion in Spain. I have collected in this slide our upcoming activities. We are preparing a specific Spanish program for primary school teachers that we will launch in January. It will be a blended activity combining a series of Spanish online lessons for different levels, beginners, intermediate, twice a week after school from 4 to 5 or so, from January to March. And after this period of Spanish online lessons, it will end in a week of immersion in Palencia with P in the north of Spain, in Easter 2022. So I think that's a very good opportunity for those teaching Spanish at primary level. Besides that, from January to March, we are also preparing a new series of online workshops on different aspects of Spanish class, like the series that we have had since the pandemic, where we talk about aspects such as oral practice, digital tools, games, videos, etc. It will take place every 2 weeks, also after school in the afternoon. And we are having a face-to-face training. Well, we have resumed our face-to-face training activities, and the next one, it will take place in Coventry at the University of Warwick on Saturday, the 27th of November. So if you work or live in the area, bear that in mind. The full program is already available on our website, as well as the link to free registration, which is already open. We normally disseminate all these activities and information through our website and social media. Okay, this is our Twitter at Consejería UK. You have also our website and our email. Do not forget to visit our website just to have a look with a little bit more of time to all these materials that I have presented today. Do not forget to subscribe and follow our channels to keep updated about our coming actions and new resources. And do not hesitate to contact us if you think that we may help you with any initiative concerning the promotion and the support of Spanish and Spanish teaching. Okay, and now, as promised at the beginning, I'm visiting the Q&A box. Let me stop sharing my screen. Okay, the Q&A box to answer any question or comment that you may have. Here I see. Okay. Yeah, there's one question, for example, from Verena Davidson. I teach adults in small groups, sorry, or individually and intermediate and advanced level. Can I access your materials? Of course you can. And you can also subscribe to our social media, to our mailing list. That's also important. You can subscribe to our mailing list from our website, because that's a way we normally disseminate new news in general. No, do I have a list of all the materials and links I have shared in the presentation? Yes, as I said at the beginning, I am going to upload. Well, it's already uploaded on our website. You will find. Let me show you now. Let's share again my screen. Sorry. Here, if you visit our website, here, in publications and materials, publicaciones y materiales didácticos, you have access to all these materials. And in promoción y difusión, in the second tab, presentation, you have already the link to our presentation. That is something that I'm going to put in the chat box. Let me see if I can do it at the same time that I'm giving answer to your questions, which is something that is not easy. Sorry. Okay. This is a link where you can go and download the whole presentation. That includes the links to all these materials. Do you also offer training to non-specialist Spanish secondary school teachers? Well, at the moment, the one that we are going to open after Christmas is for primary teachers, but we can consider what you mean here, giving support to non-specialist Spanish secondary school teachers in order to accompany in this path to learn Spanish and to become in the future Spanish language teachers. You teach. There's a question someone who's looking for a job, but he doesn't still work as a teacher, you can fill in the form to have access to the streaming platform. Yes, you can do so. You just have to say that at the moment you are not working, but you are looking for a job to work as Spanish language teachers. And there's someone who asks if retired teachers participate on these courses. There are many of the courses, that depends on the training activity, but many of them are very open to anyone. The one that we have in Coventry with the University of Warwick, for example, this is open to primary, secondary, adult teachers, and also to future teachers of Spanish. And you will be welcome if you have already retired, but you are still interested in following one of these training activities. So let me share with you before ending again our email in the chat. I'm going to put it in the chat again. This is our email. Okay, and now again, the website. You just Google Consejería Educación UK, and that will lead you to our website. But the whole address, sorry, is here. Okay, you just click on here, and it will take you to our website where you can find that. Okay, so I'm afraid that we have to stop here as there's another talk coming. If you haven't followed in live this session, but you catch up next week and you have any doubt, please use our email to contact us. I really thank again the organizers of Language Show 2021 for this invitation to celebrate languages, and of course to all of you interested in this talk for your patience and your attention. Thank you very much. Bye bye.